Every time like I heard something you were saying, I'm like, I don't like this character, I don't like this character. I really don't like this.
Yeah, they all suck. Like, why? Why can't there be one decent character? Hello guys, and welcome to the spoiler review for Crescendo, the second book of the Hush Hush series. And I got a lot to say about it. So we're just gonna jump right in. And the first thing I need to get off my chest is the main character, Nora. Oh my gosh, I hate this girl with a burning passion. She is straight up so rude, so selfish, and a crazy ex-girlfriend. She does not care about anyone but herself. She fat shames her friend. Oh my gosh, she fat shames the shit out of her best friend. What is wrong with this girl? She's the worst. She tries to be this very strong female character that like doesn't need no man, but her life revolves around Patch. Girl turned into be this crazy ex-girlfriend when she is the one that broke up with him, and they have no sort of chemistry whatsoever except sexual tension for each other. All I remember throughout the book when she talked about Patch was when Patch kissed her or when like Patch touched her, and that's all I remember. She doesn't say anything else about him. They have no sort of chemistry. Nora, I don't like her, but Patch, on the other hand, he is also not any better than she is. It doesn't help that he seems to be encouraging this behavior. I mean, I understand that he also has some rules that he has to follow because he was a fallen who turned into be a guardian angel and the archangels don't really like him. So he has his own rules that he has to follow. But if he found a way to talk to her through her dreams without getting in trouble by anyone or without being watched by anyone, why can't he just tell her in the dream what he was doing in the first place? I don't understand why he was so sus about everything, leaving her to be in her own thoughts. It did not help the situation at all. He is a dickhead. Oh my gosh, I hate them both. Anyways, moving on. That was my mini rant about the two main characters. I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to all of that, so we are going to move on to the next thing, which are the two plot twists. The first plot twist was when Marcy, she ends up telling Nora that they are siblings. And why was that so anticlimactic? I mean, I get that Nora was the one that was abandoned by the dad and Marcy was the one that stayed with the real father, but why does she not have any reaction? They've been arch enemies for so long now, but the fact that she was so okay with it, she was just like, yeah, your mom and my dad are having an affair. Did you not know we're related? It was just so anticlimactic. Nora, she was probably on that for like probably a day and she was over it. So it's just like, what in the world is going on? Which leads me to the love triangle the three of them had. Patch, Nora, and Marcy. It was so unnecessary. I don't understand why it even existed. Marcy's existence in the whole book was so irrelevant, not gonna lie. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Marcy's existence in this book was very irrelevant. Period. The second plot twist was the main plot twist. We end up finding out who the Black Hand was, and he ends up being Vixen and not Patch, which was honestly not that shocking. I feel like I knew that from the beginning of the book, that Vixen was going to be the bad character, the bad guy in the book. Yeah, that was also very anticlimactic. Nothing about that was shocking at all. I did feel really bad for V though, because she seems like she always ends up being with the bad guy, if that makes sense. Yeah. The fact that at the end of the book, when they were at that festival, that carnival, I forgot what it was called, the park, when Vixen was going to kill Nora, Patch just shows up in the middle of nowhere. I feel like Patch was very, not irrelevant, but he was very small in the book. He didn't really do much, but then at the end is when he makes his big hero moment, which I'm sure that's what Nora loves about him. I don't like the fact that he only showed up at the end to like save her day, but when everything else that was going wrong in her life happened, he was nowhere to be found. It's like, what was that about? You know, where were you, Patch? Where were you this whole time when you're gonna show up out of the blue at the last moment? Did not enjoy any of that whatsoever. And then the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger was very interesting. Like, it did get me thinking like, oh, maybe I should read it. But then I was reading comments on Goodreads, and it seemed like nothing changes with the characters. Like, Patch still seems to be making decisions for her without her consent. Nora still seems to be the annoying girl that she's always been, the annoying stupid girl that she's always been, making the most reckless and stupid decisions. Yeah, so I'm not excited to read the third and fourth one, so I don't think I am. Just nothing about this book was good, per se. Again, if Nora was more likable, if she wasn't so annoying and so stupid, I would have stuck out for the third and fourth book. book. But the fact that she's been like this in the first one, and she's worse in the second one, I can't imagine how much worse she'll be in the third and the fourth one. I can't. I'm done with this book. I'm done with this series. This is probably my first series where I can't finish. I'm usually the type that even if I don't like it, if I don't mind it, I'll continue reading until the end because I don't like leaving series open-ended. But this one I'm okay with. So yeah, that was my rant of Crescendo, the second book of the Hush Hush series. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys like it? What are your thoughts about the second book? Again, I'm aware that a lot of you guys read this book when you were very young, like in middle school, high school, so you probably don't even remember what happened. Because this book came out, I would say roughly like over 10 years ago. Yeah, this book came out when we were like 7th grade, 8th grade. This is an old ass book. So I can see why, if I was that young still and I read it, I would have loved it. Like, when you're young, it's like the fantasy that you want, you know, the bad boy, the mysterious guy, he's like on your side, he has your back, he's like protective over you. When you're 22 and you're reading that, it's just so bad. It's so toxic. And it's not even like the good toxic. It's like there are some books out there. There are some books. I know there are people out there where there are overly protective book boyfriends that you're like okay with. I know there are a lot of people out there who are just like me. Toxic book boyfriends are okay. If they're overly protective, oh my gosh, it's so hot. Of course, in real life, it's toxic. No one wants that in real life. But like, because it's a book boyfriend, it's okay. But this was just like, not okay, even in a book boyfriend. Let me know what you guys thought about the book. Have you guys read the book recently? If you read this when you were younger, are you willing to read it again? If the image of Hush Hush is very good for you, then I do not recommend reading it. Do not do that to yourself. If you have good memories with it, let's keep it like that. So that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'll make sure every single one of them, and I'll see you guys next time with HB. Bye!